I'm Aaron Baker from PhoneDog.com, and the Moto X is in the PhoneDog offices. We talked about it last week at the New York event, but today we're taking a look at what comes in the box, and we're taking a look to see if this thing can compete with the Galaxy S4 and the HTC One. We saw this thing at Motorola's event last week in New York City, and to be totally honest with you, I had an unboxing of this device from our freelancer that I sent to the event, but I wanted to have some commentary with you on this device, so I waited. It is in the office. Here is the Moto X, Motorola's flagship device for the second half of 2013. Now, while this thing has gotten a ton of hype, this thing is decidedly mid-range when it comes to specifications, but Motorola's looking at the bigger picture. They're trying to get out of the specifications game here, and they're doing it on a couple of different fronts. One, the Moto X is designed and assembled in the USA. Now, it's important to note what's different about that. It's assembled in the USA, but the parts are not from the USA, but designed and assembled in the USA, actually in a plant about 20 miles from my office in Fort Worth, so not too far from here. Support Texas, big fan of that, so honestly, I like this device already. But Moto X here, spec-wise, we're looking at a 2 megapixel front-facing camera, 10 megapixel rear-facing camera with 1080p HD recording. You've got 2 gigabytes of RAM. You've got Motorola's X8 mobile computing system, which they showed off with the Droid launch a couple of weeks back on the Droid side, on the Verizon side. But this has a 1.7 gigahertz dual-core CPU, Adreno 320 GPU, and then, of course, boom, here it is, Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. Now you may be asking, why isn't Android 4.3 on this device yet? Well, honestly, source code for that was released pretty recently, so this device has been in the works for some time. I expected to get Android 4.3 in the coming weeks, not too long, hopefully maybe a month, 2 at the max. But 2 megapixel front-facing camera, 16 gigabyte standard memory, 32 gigabyte versions available online, and then you get some Google Drive storage as well with this, up to, I believe it's 50 gigabytes of storage free for 2 years on this device. Of course, you got Wi-Fi here, you got the typical stuff, 2,200 milliamp hour battery and 4G LTE connectivity. Now, this thing is coming to Verizon, coming to AT&T, Sprint, and then it will work on T-Mobile, but T-Mobile is not stocking it in the stores. Before I get too far, I want to point this out. Texting and driving, it can wait. I love that campaign by AT&T, and you can see AT&T's logo on the bottom of this particular device. But really a nice feat by Motorola to get this thing at least working on 4 different carriers, available in 3 carrier stores. Would love to see T-Mobile sell this in the future. Maybe they will. We'll see. But that remains to be seen. So you got here the device, power button on the right side, volume rocker on the right side. You got your nano SIM card slot over here on the left side. You got your micro USB charging port down here at the bottom, and then up top you got a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and then your 10 megapixel camera on the back. So really a clean, good looking device, but again, specs wise, it's going to be a tough sell for a lot of people because this thing is retailing for $199 in retail stores. So Motorola, let's see here, I'm getting sidetracked. Moto X, let's get started. Yeah, safe, smart, protected, and then the goodies that come in the box. So at $199, it competes again with the Galaxy S4, the HTC One, all the high-end devices on the market. At least spec for spec, it seems to be a little bit more of a mid-range device. That said, it's running a pretty stock build of Android 4.2.2, so I expect it to be incredibly fast. We'll put it through its speed paces for the full review. Excited to get my hands on this, and you can expect a 30-day challenge with the Moto X. Been waiting for this device as part of our overall content strategy. So you got your dual USB ports here on your AC adapter module, and then you got a USB cable, and it looks like a little toolkit here with your SIM card removal tool right there, and then instructions showing you how to do it. So without further ado, let's power it on. And while it's powering on, thanks to our partners at Best Buy Mobile for giving us devices like the Moto X for use in our One Paul Bandit giveaway game. When you go into Best Buy Mobile, you'll walk out working. So when the Moto X is available, you'll walk out the door and be good to go. Everything will be set up, and you can walk out with a working device thanks to Best Buy Mobile. So really a nice device as well, a nice box. You can see again, designed and assembled, and it tells you what it includes on the back. Kind of a minimalist box, very similar to what you would expect to see from Apple. So we'll power this on right now, and we'll talk about customization. So a big thing about customization on the Moto X when the rumors were going around was that you could configure colors on the front, the back color, and then of course later on in the rumor mill, the side colors here for the buttons. Now you can do that. There's a caveat though. Verizon and Sprint will not have that capability. You can walk into a Verizon and Sprint retail store, and I believe you can get the black and the white, but you can't get a customized version through Moto Maker. That is exclusive to AT&T. So if you're on AT&T, that's going to be awesome for you. And I can't talk and do this at the same time. We'll go ahead and set that up later. Not now. No, just take me to the home screen. And there we are on the home screen. So what I was saying though, AT&T exclusive on the Moto Maker functionality. So when you see those ads for the custom cool red color scheme here on the back, or the green or the blue, and you see the red buttons and the white front, that is exclusive to AT&T, at least for right now. The customizations cannot be done for Verizon or for Sprint outside of what comes in the retail store. Now my expectation is you're going to walk into AT&T and see the white and the black like you would on Sprint or on Verizon, but at least at AT&T you have the option to customize either through, I'm assuming they'll have a portal in store that'll allow you to customize Moto Maker, or at least the sales rep perhaps can order it for you. And then of course you can do it online as well, and shipping is up to 4 days from the factory in Fort Worth. They customize it for you, they make it for you, and then they ship it out. So here it is, Android 4.2.2, and you can see out of the box you've got Assist, which is actually a pretty cool application here from Motorola. The tasks you do most we can do automatically. Communicate hands-free while driving, silence the ringer and auto reply, keep your phone quiet at night. I do find this pretty cool. Yes, I'm in, of course. So I can say driving, stay focused on the road. I can choose my actions here. So kind of like Motorola's Smart Actions, but an evolution of that to an extent. Talk to me, I can do that. I think this is really cool because I'm a strong proponent of not texting while driving, but you know what, the notifications still come in, so it's kind of cool that you can have it read it to you, as opposed to it just beeping and then you being tempted to look down, when in reality you should not be looking down. Otherwise here, let's take a look at the camera. Tap anywhere to take a photo, hold for multiple shots, drag up and down to zoom, swipe each side for settings and gallery. And you can see I swipe right here to go to my settings, swipe right to go to my gallery, and I can go from the live image over into the gallery itself. So really a nice looking device too. Compare this to the Apple iPhone 5 just size-wise, for example, which I happen to have laying over here. And you can see size-wise very similar here with a 4.7-inch 720p HD display on this unit. You're looking at a weight of about 130 grams here. So still a lightweight device with 4G LTE connectivity, and it's rounded on the back so it fits nicely in the hand as well. So it seems like it'd be good for long phone calls. The biggest difference I can see here is, you know what, even though it's running a pretty stock build of Android, you can see the AT&T 4G LTE network indicator up there. So it is not the stock Android LTE configure, or LTE network ID, I should say, but it is an AT&T customized one. From the pictures I've seen, that's the same on Verizon and on Sprint as well. So kind of a moderately stock version of Android, if you will, with on-screen buttons here. Of course, your recent applications. I've got Home. I can press and hold to access Google Now. Nothing really surprising here. Keyboard, 4.7-inch display. This thing seems relatively fast, little to no lag despite having kind of an older dual-core processor. Motorola's X8 mobile computing system is in this, so I look forward to putting that to the test in the coming days and in the 30-day challenge. So we'll have review coverage of all of this stuff. We'll have more hands-on coverage. We'll have, of course, the 30-day challenge series where you get the opportunity to ask questions and I try to answer those in the videos. So lots of different opportunities to work with the Moto X. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for more on this device. I'm on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron. Would love to hear your questions on this unit. And I'm on Facebook as well, Facebook.com/HiAaronBaker. Thanks so much for watching. More to come on Motorola's flagship device, the Moto X, on PhoneDog.com. I'll see you next time.